Breaking news, the Arizona Cardinals have released wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. So does it make sense for the Chicago Bears to potentially pursue Hopkins now that he is a free agent? Let's talk about it. What is going on, yo? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please do hit the subscribe button down below. Please make sure you're following me on my social media platforms, guys. And as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so let's talk about this. D-Hop is a free agent. I was shocked, folks, because Arizona could not find a trade partner for DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins was a guy who used to be a top, 5'3" receiver, 3 to 5 receiver in the league, arguably the best at one point. And he's a couple of years removed from that, but still very productive, right? So very, very shocked here that they could not find a trade partner, or maybe they did and they just couldn't pull the trigger because the Cardinals are incompetent, and that's, probably a good guess. So we'll see. But point being is he is now being released, and it's not even a post-June 1 cut. So the Cardinals are eating all the dead cap, and I guess that's because they know this is a wash year for them, and they're just going to take on all of the cap hit this year and avoid it for next year, all right? In terms of Hopkins to the Bears, it does not make too much sense. I'm sorry, it just does not. Let's talk about the reasons why. Number one, Hopkins is 30 years old. He is going to be obviously on the wrong side of 30 here, and the Chicago Bears are a young team building towards of the future. Now, I'm not saying that this is year one of the rebuild, because it's not, but all of the players that we have in our core are young players. DeAndre Hopkins fits a contender, right? He fits a team that's ready to win now, because Hopkins is ready to win now. The Bears do not fit that criteria. They're still ways away from being a Super Bowl contender. They could certainly make the leap, but they're probably at least a year or two away from that. And so that's the first thing. Number two, the Bears actually have enough receivers. The receiving core is not an issue or a position of need for the Bears. You got DJ Moore, who you acquired in the offseason, as your number one. You got Darnell Mooney as your number two. And you got Chase Claypool as your number three. Not to mention, you also drafted a receiver in this year's draft in Tyler Scott. You also have Velus Jones Jr., a draft pick from last year. And you also have additional guys like Dante Pettis and Equinemius St. Brown. Now, it's not a guarantee all these guys make the roster, but I'm just saying we have a lot of these guys. Now, who is DeAndre Hopkins better than right here, right now? I probably would not take Hopkins over DJ Moore, but you can make the argument that he's better than Mooney and Claypool. But again, those guys are younger, so that matters here. And so that's the other reason why would you just want to sign him unless he takes a severe discount, because money's not the issue here. Money's not the issue. We could pay him, but those resources could be allocated elsewhere for better needs. And so you combine that with the first reason of the fact that the Bears are not in that position right now, and I just don't think it makes much sense. So to me, I think Hopkins lands with the contender. Him with the Kansas City makes all the sense in the world. I mean, their best receiver is Kadarius Toney right now. Like, it's just a perfect fit. Obviously, I don't know if any NFL fan wants to see that, because the Chiefs will get better and the rich get richer. But I'm just saying, from a football standpoint, the Chiefs need a number one receiver, and DeAndre Hopkins is that. So we'll see, but there's other names out there, other teams out there. The Bills are out there. You got maybe the Colts, Ravens potentially. The Eagles always seem to get in on everything, but we'll see here. But overall, folks, Hopkins also has a little bit of a decline here, like I said, on the wrong side of 30. So I don't think the Bears will be signing him. Don't expect that to be the case, and that's where we are. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. DeAndre Hopkins to the Chicago Bears. Would you like to see it happen? It probably won't, but would you like to? As always, thanks for watching.